Hello everyone, we are back from that quick break. Moving on to talking about my day. So
you were last off on Miss Peters or something? No.
In math.
Math.
So he starts talking about how technology could work, even though there was more cases into that thing. And he said, but technology bring the death toll from at the rate of 59,000, they were getting around 18,000 to 20,000 deaths, which is really bad. By the rate of 256,000, they're only getting 38,000. Meaning that is so much better than what they were getting before. Meaning because even though we got more death tolls, even though we got more cases of it, we didn't get as many death tolls, like people dying, which is a good thing. We don't want more people to die. And he said from a recent experience from 4 years ago, COVID-19 ran the era. We had to go on major lockdowns and have a death toll of 600 million. Well, the total cases are 6. You okay?
I was trying to show you my best one.
I know. She dropped her phone. So.
Okay, so it's getting more annoying. Slowly.
Yeah. It sucks. So we talk about that, and he just starts talking. Hey, we had COVID a while ago, and I don't know if y'all all know this, but we had over 600 million cases, which is over almost a billion cases, which is really insane to think about, and I don't like thinking about that. And the total deaths, I think, were 7 million, which is a lot. So over 7 million people died in a pandemic that lasted 4 years. Which is insane, because about 4 years ago, we started noticing that, hey, there's some cases going around of COVID in the U.S. And at the time, and I learned about it, we were in the seventh year of college, right? We were in, the 7th grade of college, if that makes sense. Our schools are different. But we were in the 7th grade of college, and that's when it started, about halfway through that year. We were like, oh, this will blow off. It's just they're like, okay, there's 6 cases in the U.S. Now there's 200 within 2 weeks' time. When it just barely started hitting, we're going to go on lockdown for 2 weeks. I never came back to that school a year and a half later. We were supposed to be on lockdown for only 14 days, meaning just stay at home, we'll do Zoom meetings, have a quick little break. Goodbye, guys. A year and a half rolls by. We start getting online meetings and Zoom meetings and work from home. Online school sucked. I do not like it. It's horrible. Never recommend it for me, because for a change, that's a huge thing. And things are different. My sleep schedule was messed up, and things were so bad. And we had to wear a mask every time we went out. We had to get our boosters and shots and everything. I didn't realize how serious it was. Well, I kind of started realizing, I was like, something's going on. And I know now, because we started running out of toilet paper and things. We were financial. We were going broke. I was like, what the heck? Yeah, it was. And economy started rising. I'm going to tell you something surprising. You may know this, you may not. In 1990, a house was $20,000.
Okay.
Guess how much they are now?
400,000.
No. They are 200,000 for a basic house. Which is $250,000 for a house. A house. What about
Hawaii?
Yep. What about a car? A car back then was very little, a couple $1,000s. Now it is bigger than the house that was bigger. So in 1990 there was a house worth for $20,000. Now this house is $200,000, but there's cars now that are bigger than a house that was back then, 1990. So let's say that our cars are over $50,000. So for 3 things alone, and guess what? How much does it take? Guess how much it takes to take care of a kid. Like how much money does it cost to take care of a good kid from 1 to 18? $250,000. What the?
What is this?
What?
Questions? Easy peasy. What?
What? Subway surface is changing, y'all.
Collect boards. So I have all these boards.
I might reinstall it. I may lose that. What?
What?
Hey.
Sorry.
I might have to. I uninstalled it, but I might reinstall it. It's fine if I don't. If I have my. Can I? Yeah, but can I say something? Damn. But I might have to restart it again, which does not suck because I chose to uninstall it. It's fine. So I'll just start at baby stats again, like having to collect the characters and everything. So I'll do that again.
15 keys.
He
is not that expensive. I'm just gonna get him now.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have me having fun. I have to unlock all the characters again. I don't mind. It's fine.
I'm getting keys for this anyway.
Alright, so.
Play.
And so basically if I don't keep getting distracted, basically math. They're saying about cars and houses and how things are so expensive. Well, so less expensive because you could buy 2 houses for $40,000 versus now you can buy 2 houses for only the low price of $400,000.
I got a free board.
Which is nice. So basically, if our generation, when I hit, in a couple of years, I'll be out of college in a year or 2, and I'll have to buy a house of $200,000. I'm joking. There's no way I'm going to be able to save up $200,000 just for a house. Not even a fancy one. Not even a mansion.
Oh, these are so good.
That would be
You need 4,000.
You want to know the price of houses today? There could be a quarter of a mansion. A mansion back then that was $1 million.
Screw it. I'm paying.
That's our basic house to live.
Yeah,
what the?
I'm spending keys because I've been saving up keys too long.
Yeah. Alright, so they're talking about stuff about again. But that's my day. Would you like to talk about your horrible day?
Yeah, kind of.
Because things have not been going right for that. Mine was okay. It was like a normal day, but it wasn't the most funnest. But in math, changed things around. So while they're obsessing over their Subway Surfers game and
so
Pokemon,
fun.
and
What are these?
Doc is about to explain about her bad day after I've been talking for a while now, because I've been keeping up this podcast.
Now when it's upgrades collections.
Yes. Why I'm putting this together, Doc? Would you like me to increase the audio?
You can try if you want to.
Okay, I'll try to increase the audio for y'all. So in podcast episode 6, you'll get better audio. Hooray! Like it's not already ear-breaking enough. I'm joking. But Doc will be explaining, hopefully in a minute, about her bad day today. And another incident I have to do. One of our brothers got surgery today. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice because he was being awfully quiet back there. And
plus we don't
when I looked on the oven, I saw 4 types of meds and another one. There was 5 different meds for him. I'm like, oh my god! It was like this one, and this one started with a big long word. I was like, what the?
Because at first I thought they were our mom's, because, you know, she normally has medication.
But then I was like, why is there so many pills out? I was like, did somebody clean out the medicine cabinet? Because we have a lot of pills. And I was like, wait, that's 4. There was 4 different types of meds for our brother, and he had wisdom tooth surgery.
There's certainly not a year worth
Yeah.
of my pill bottles.
Yeah, so,
A year worth of my pill bottles used to be 12. Now they're 4.
yeah, so, much better.
I have flex pill bottles.
But,
They're
okay,
probably
so,
how they got us something wrong.
so, for that, so he had surgery, wisdom tooth surgery. We figured out that he needed, on August 17th, we figured out that he needed, what?
Mom's probably complaining about someone's answer or how she got it wrong.
Okay, so, they keep getting me distracted.
What, I'm playing my game.
I know, but you keep getting me distracted. So they basically, we got news that on August 17th he needed surgery for wisdom teeth. He needed 2 removed on his left side and 2 removed on his right side. So he got a total of 4 removed today. I just saw him at the computer, and he had a mouth full of gauze and stuff. He was just constantly like pushing it back and constantly trying to fix it, and his mouth was full, and like his cheeks were all plumped. I was like, oh my.
I think his cheeks look normal to me, but they certainly look different.
Yes, bad mom. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know he was having surgery today.
I thought it was supposed to be August 17th.
Yes, but it's now September 28th, so his surgery was like there. But all I have to tell you is that he had surgery today, and I hope he recovers well soon. Because, oh my gosh. That's the amount of meds he's on. I cannot imagine how much pain.
And some of those
He's probably numb.
Large. When I saw them in the photo, I'm like, what the? How are you supposed to swallow that? I saw it like so big, like that wide and that long. How are you supposed to swallow that?
Oh, give me liquid meds. Like, I have I'm going to tell you about a story real quick. Sorry, Doc. I'm going to tell you about a story. How I got the fear of swallowing pills. I was taking my stool softener one day. Yes, we had a problem with bowels. This was about a year and a half ago. And I don't know what age I was. Sorry.
15, 14? Oh, well.
I don't know. Because in toy ages, I gained 12 years a year. So this was a while ago, like 18 years ago for me. And I'm 54 today, so I was in my 30s, late 30s, and I was trying to swallow the pill, and I choked. Like, not choked where I was choking actively. Yep. And it started dissolving in my mouth. And oh my gosh, never let a pill dissolve in your mouth. That crap tasted so disgusting. I started gagging over this thing. I was like, I started coughing. It tastes so horrible. And I tried to swallow the other one. It wasn't going down. It was like something force stopped it. And ever since then, ever since that one little scary bit moment. What? What?
They're calling us again.
I hope not. But ever since that moment, every single time, they're like, oh, just swallow the pill, it's alright. Like, a year ago, or a year and a half ago, around that, a couple months later, I was running a bit of a fever, and I was taking just some regular fever meds and stuff, so, because I was running
Stop now.
but I was running a low-grade fever, and I was like, okay, let's just take some meds before this gets any worse. And I was sick. I was all flustered and everything. And this was a year and a half ago as well. And they're like, just take the pill. Luckily, that pill didn't taste when it dissolved. I act like I swallowed it, and I put it under my tongue. And he's like, did you swallow it? I was like, yep. And I just stuck out my tongue because I had way better strength. I can still stick out my tongue, but like,
barely.
Yeah. And my speech wasn't degraded like heck. I was like, yep, I finished my pill and everything, even though I had the pill under my tongue. And when they left for work, I spit it out. It didn't taste nasty, thank God. It just tasted bland, and I just drank the water that they had left me out. Meaning I never took that med that day, but luckily my fever never got bad that day, because if it did get bad, they would have to give me even more medicine. But I noticed I wasn't taking the meds because I had that fear that fear that I might choke again. And every single time I try to swallow, it just goes, nothing happens. I can swallow food just fine. I can swallow drinks just fine and everything.
Yeah,
I could swallow liquid medicine just fine. But when it comes to pills, it's just like I can't swallow them. Like, I used to swallow them normal, but now I can't. Like, it's just that one little itty bitty incident can make your whole world change. And it did. Like, I couldn't swallow I couldn't swallow pills, and I've been talking for half this podcast. No, not even half. I don't even know.
You probably have.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm gonna give it to Doc so she can explain a lot about her horrible day. Moving on to Doc.
Okay. Okay, so after all that, literally after so long, I've probably had to wait 30 minutes just to speak once. And so I'm going to talk to you guys about my day. So Miss Blakely's that class was normal. We physically just had to hear about assignments, watch a little thing. I think we done a little murder crime scene thing. So I had to look at an image and observe what I thought that the criminal or the victim was. So I just had to look at a photo, and then that photo was clear. Some calls?
Nope. Getting the
Oh.
charger.
Okay, never mind. So why? Oh, never mind. I thought you meant the computer charger. We already have a computer charger in. Never mind. So, sorry. William's doing stuff in the background, so I got super confused. So, Miss Blakely's class, or biomedical technology honors class, was very normal. Nothing bad happened in that day. Second period rolls around. I texted me a message, not my girlfriend and me, my friend and me, because we talk sometimes, and my girlfriend and me is always at work and doing stuff, so I don't really text me. Plus, we have our own chat on our own phone, so it doesn't really matter to me, but I can always text me. There's no problem with it. But, like, I texted me, hey, hey, and then she said, how are you? And I said, because I was feeling, I was randomly feeling low. I had a random headache. There was, people.
So not fun.
So, but I was still playing my game, and not really, it wasn't the greatest feeling, but it wasn't going to be something that ruined my entire day. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Third period rolls around. Normal. Again, normal class period until my friend Nicole sends me a text and says, hey, how are you? And she says, my breathing's shaky. I'm like, what? Why? And her breathing is randomly shaky. I'm like, okay, that's super weird. I'm like, what's the matter? Well, because she ate this colossal thing of sugar. There was one Oreo, one gummy worm, vanilla pudding, chocolate pudding, all in one class. I think I'm missing a few components, but that was the majority that I remember. There was so much in one cup, and you had to eat it, and it tasted absolutely disgusting.
Oh, that doesn't sound enjoyable at all.
So, Nicole felt weird, kind of queasy, but, she didn't want to eat. I was so scared practically the entire lunch she was going to vomit, because I have emetophobia. So I was just sitting at the edge of my seat. I'm like, please don't vomit, please. She acted normal, was just drinking a little bit more water. I'm like,
Things like that.
So, but then I kind of recovered from that phobia. Not from the entire phobia, just from that fear at that bit. So, we just walked to class, we hugged, and then we said goodbye. And then we go back to class, nothing happens in third. Fourth rolls around. We do our normal gym weight training. And this time, we were doing our max day, or my girlfriend was doing the max day, and she already done all her maxes, so there was no point of her doing it. So she got a full body workout, 10 reverse lunges, 10 upright rows, 10 something bench presses, 20 sit-ups, 10 more of something else, 10 more narrow squats. So 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, no, 10, 10, 10, 10, 20. That was 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 70 workouts in one, and we had to do that 3 times.
What the fuck?
70 plus 70 is 140. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210. Amy had to do 210 different workouts.
But basically the same thing 7 times.
Not 7 times.
I know.
3.
Yeah.
But that means basically she had to do 20 sit-ups, another set of 20 sit-ups, and another set of 20 sit-ups.
So to do 60 or 70 sit-ups.
Damn.
Full
my God.
Full sit-ups. They're like, I'm going to put the mic down for a sec. You could talk. Only for a bit.
So she
Okay.
She had to do this 70 times.
Yep. No, I wouldn't be able to handle that. I can't do sit-ups, but like William wouldn't be able to handle that. Wow. So not fun.
So much of them, but
the good thing is, Amy didn't have to do them all in a row. So no 70 push-ups or sit-ups in a row. So thank God. But like they weren't that tiring. 20 with a couple minute time span was super easy for her to do, which I'm grateful. So fourth period we get a free day, kind of like 30 minutes, and I'm totally fine about 30 minutes. And so we go to the Yule gym. Hate it. Damien offers to death grip my hand, and I'm like, no, that S is gonna hurt. It's like, no, thank you, because I don't want to feel my fingers numb again. I don't want to have super painful, burning, stinging calluses being crushed beneath your big old hand of the death grip that you have. So that he tries to offer me that. I'm like, no. Then Pluto ruffles through my hair 5 times. I'm like, come on, man. I mean, I'm okay about it once, but not 5 times. She kicks my bag. I'm like,
that's my expensive computer in there.
like, that's my very expensive computer. I'm trying to play my games. I don't want my bags being thrown everywhere. Then I go to the normal gym, and then Marabella throws a dang volleyball in my face. It, like, does this. Boom! Volleyball. And that my glasses fling, like, 2 foot. I'm like, God dang. I have to get back up after I just had to move my bag and fix my hair and not get a death grip. I had to get back up again. I had to grab the volleyball, grab it, and also grab my glasses so my blind eye would see. So I put on back my glasses. I'm like, okay, Miss Faircloth, can I go in a different room? Because good God. So we just sat down, and I've already got kicked. My bag already got kicked. I got hit with a volleyball. Someone tried to death grip my hand. Can I please go somewhere else? So I go somewhere else. Pluto comes in again. She kicks my bag again. She hits my leg. They ruffle through my hair again. I'm like, ugh! Can you quit it? We've been 3 minutes in the gym. We've entered 3 minutes ago, and I've already got manhandled 8 times.
My God.
5 ruffle hairs, 1 hit of the thigh, volleyball in face, my bag not cooperating, me practically... My bag, Pluto kicking my bag 2 to 3 times within a span of 3 minutes. How annoyed would you be? Like, oh my God. Can you get a break? Can I get a break? My glasses got hit. I got hit in the face with a volleyball. My Pluto kicked my bag 2 times with my expensive A computer. My hair got ruffled through 5 times. I'm like, come on. Give me a break.
For real? Oh
and a basketball almost hit me. God dang. In 90 seconds. Chill. 90 seconds later. All that. I'm like, come on, man.
God.
And so I just had to deal with them talking about masturbating themselves. And you know what that means.
Yep.
What does it mean? And they were talking about all these weird stuff. I'm like, I'm just trying to play my game. I'm just trying to be into the school day because I still felt all this weird stuff. And then boom, boom, oh, damn. Because I remember I had on my Snapchat, I think I can still pull it up. I had on my Snapchat that I got hit in the face with a volleyball. And my face looked so red. Or at least my nose.
About to cry?
No, I wasn't about to cry. It was just so annoying. I'm like, come on, man. Look, I'll show y'all. It's going to be on Snapchat, and then Amy sent it, so.
Well, you can't really show them.
No, I can't. I'm going to show it to y'all.
Oh.
My phone actually works. See? Normal. This was all yesterday. All yesterday because
Oh, where?
my nose and it wasn't that red
Oh,
before.
red.
My nose was all red, and I was in the different room, and I lifted up my glasses, and it was like you could see red, and my nose fully hurt. I'm like,
Ouch.
'cause
Ow.
when your breathing is shaky and you don't know what to do. See, that was Nicole.
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my God, today was just. It wasn't a great day, I'll tell you that.
No. But it also wasn't the worst, but come on, it wasn't the greatest on
No, and it's like, it was so annoying. Because I was already feeling low, and then I got hit in the face with the ball. Oh my God. I literally just sat down and set down my bag, and then 2 seconds later I get hit with a volleyball. God. Ugh. And I was like, I stared at Marabella like, bruh. She said sorry. I'm not mad at her. I'm just mad at the fact that a volleyball hit my face. I was never mad at Marabella. She looked so apologetic. I'm like, okay, it's good. Maybe tomorrow I'll say, don't worry about the volleyball thing. I'm fine. It was just annoying. So I stared at her. I'm like, God dang. Well, Emmy says, God damn. And so here I am, grab the volleyball and kind of throw it towards them. Not like hard, no, just look. And I was like, I asked Miss Faircloth, I'm like, Miss Faircloth, I just sat down and I already got hit. I literally just sat down.
Oh, it's normal for us to get hit with balls and volleyballs and get hurt. And
I know, but
so
I go to a different room.
So back on the bleachers.
So I go to a different room, or the bathroom area, you know what, the water fountains, the bathroom thing.
Yep.
So I go there, Pluto, Damien, and Nicholas, and their other friend ain't leaving me alone. I'm like, come on. I kind of want to break without y'all. I mean, I'm okay about y'all being my friends, but like, I kind of want to break from y'all because y'all are roughhousing right near a 95-pounder, and that 95-pounder is right behind a big dude, a little bit bigger than a normal average person. No offense, I'm not trying to call him fat. I'm just saying he's a lot bigger than me. He might be in the 200s.
Oh.
And then the boys are a little bit chubby. I'm not calling them fat. I'm just saying they're a little bit on the chubby side. I'm totally fine with that. But as long as they're not roughhousing near me, I'm 95 pounds. I'm a twig. And they're like, boom, boom, like, I have my phone out and please, Pluto, stop kicking my bag. Because I literally just sat down and tried to get comfortable after my nose just got bashed. So I'm trying to sit down and be comfortable while Damien's trying to threaten me to give me the death grip. I'm like, no, thank you. I would not want to have my nose smashed and then my finger smashed.
No.
And then Pluto does this.
It's not a comfortable thing to go through. You know what I mean?
Yes. Having your nose bashed is not comfortable at all. When I barely done any strength on their fingers, it started hurting. He does so hard to the point that my fingers felt numb for at least 5 seconds. And I couldn't move them.
Oh my God.
I tried all my strength to move them and they wouldn't move.
Oh my God.
I done this. I was like, fuck. Amy was like, fuck. And I was like, after my hand was stinging, burning from weights. I just squatted 70s. So I had to endure pain of burning just from lifting so much metal weights with no protection at all. And then get...
How can you lift metal weights?
They're metal. Weights are normally metal. The bar is metal.
How can
Not me. You know who I mean. Emmy. I just constantly say it in my perspective for some odd reason. When I can't lift a single pencil. I think I can, but not great. If I can't even lift a straw, who says I'm going to lift a pencil? So,
For real.
that's kind of my day. I got hit with a volleyball. I felt low. My friend's breathing was randomly shaky. I almost got death gripped. My bag got kicked 2 times. My book bag never wanted to cooperate. Let's see what else. I was stressing over that dang podcast. I was like, come on, man. I was like, please work, please work, please work. I'm like, so annoying.
Yes.
Like, cause like, oh my God, today was just not it.
Mm-mm.
And Nicole, her water bottle almost tipped and dumped. She's like, come on, man. And I was like, dang. I said, today's not your day either. And she's like, yep. And like, all this stuff. So, that was kind of my day. Nothing else bad really happened after. Oh, except when I tried to show them what my one Pokemon and my phone slammed the ground. I'm like, Not another thing. Getting slammed. Good God. It was so annoying. I mean, weight training was fine. I love weight training because it's normal. Amy likes it because we just get to lift weights and be with our friends. And that's it. Not going to your stupid gym. Because I hate I'm starting to hate, I'm guessing their company. They're just annoying, you know? Them annoying friends. You want a break from them sometimes. I'm not saying I won't ever be their friends again. I'm just saying you want a break.
I get it. I totally get it. Yes.
So, like, if we ever try and go back to, well, they now call me short since I revealed my height to them, 5 foot. So they're like, "Hey, Shorty."
How'd they not know?
So, because Miss Faircloth said, "What did he say to you?" And I said, I think he said Valley or something. And she said, "I thought I heard short." And he said, "Oh, yeah, he did say short." And she's like, "Oh," and she's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Yeah, it's whatever, though." And it's like, we just went to the room. I don't care. Because if I just get called short, I don't care. Because I know I'm short. I know it.
Why would I get offended from that?
Why? I'm 5 foot. I'm 5 foot and a quarter. How do I not know I'm short? Maybe when I go to the doctor's office, I might be 5 foot and a half. I don't even know when my next appointment is. That junk felt like forever ago.
Yes.
Like, how long has it been since my last appointment? My endocrinologist appointment. If you guys don't know, I have hypothyroidism, so I have to go to the endocrinologist for that.
Yep.
I'm like, oh my, okay. And it's been so long. It's felt like my appointment has never came.
It's okay.
Yeah, but it's like starting to get, I mean, like, honestly, if I even went 7 months without a blood draw, I'll be like, and for you,
my last blood draw was a year and a half ago.
Dang. I would dream of making it not that long. Because when you don't even think about it. Because you're like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry. It's just a blood draw. But like when you have to get it every 6 months.
I had a panic attack, yes.
Yes. Imagine getting that every 6 months. Did you hear?
Every 6 months.
I ain't going to scroll through all this. I might just go to Autism and Disabilities and do the search bar because for phone it doesn't work that way. So, that was really all about my day. What I really wanted this podcast to be about was I found a site that had 80 couple Q&A questions that were way different from the other site. So, yes.
When?
Literally today. That's what I wanted this podcast to be about. But then we talked about our day, and then you talked probably for 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and bring up that side, and we're actually going to have some fun.
You ask me 40 questions, and then I'll ask you 40 questions.
Okay. I hope.
And please, when you're asking the questions, put the mic up to your mouth. Like, not in your mouth. You know, like the normal way. And so they can hear the question, what you're saying. And then you hand the mic to me. And
this is 100+ fun questions.
Fun question.
And now if they don't seem like couple questions, it's fun questions to ask.
Get to know more about us.
Yeah. So I'll be doing this with my girlfriend Emmy instead of Matthew this time, as in the last episode of this podcast I done it with Emmy. No, with Matthew. So now I'm going to be doing it with Emmy. If you hear a man voice, that's because she sounds very deep. So, yeah. So, I'm going to be asking them 40 questions, and then you'll get to hear from Donny and William.
Yep.
So, what's your favorite nickname?
My favorite nickname is, William's favorite nickname, we don't really have nicknames, but, like, we normally just go by William and Donny, but, like, sometimes I don't know. We don't really normally have nicknames. I don't know why. Is that odd that we don't have nicknames? So basically,
You at least call yourself a cringy love name before.
Husband? I don't know. We're not really a cringy couple. It's fine if you're a cringy couple. I don't mind. But as long as you don't do weird stuff, then that's be like, what the? But yeah, that's my answer to it. We have no nicknames, which is really odd.
Can you tell me one crazy thing you've done?
Both of you.
One crazy thing I did before was, I've done a bunch of crazy shit. What was that? I don't normally do podcasts, so hello everyone. That was cute. Anyway, it sounds like I'm doing ASMR. Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
The worst thing I believe I ever done was
Just name one.
We're not the best question to answer. The worst thing I ever done was started smoking. Yep.
What's your weirdest habit or quirk?
No, I didn't answer. My worst thing I ever done was run away from the house, and then they eventually found me, and I was at a party. Yep. 17 years old. Yep. Totally it.
What's your weirdest habit or quirk?
My weirdest habit is saying period
Serious,
constantly. My weirdest habit is saying random things out of nowhere. Not period, but like doing weird laughs and weird things. And why is it every time doing questions, Luz has to get so relaxed, and I'm like, what the?
But no, she just had a seizure.
Oh.
What were you like in high school?
When I was in high school, I was a jerk. Not really a jerk, but like I was quiet, introverted, and when people were to talk down to me, I would punch them and get into fights. Yes, I wasn't a good kid. I was near traumatizing stuff constantly. For me, well, I was depressed, masking stuff, and I was masking harming self, and I was getting abused by my sister. But I was depressed, masking, smiling. So I was basically like happy depressed, if that makes sense. This was depressing, I'm sorry.
Was there an embarrassing fashion moment in your adolescence, meaning you were a child?
Yes, I believe there was an embarrassing fashion moment in my adolescence when I was a child. I would constantly wear Pokemon. Now, I get it. I was 6 or 7. You can't blame me. But I would wear it every single day, including till I was like 13 years old. I would wear it every time. And my voice was super high-pitchy and everything. And it's still really high today. But, like, it got so much deeper. If you think, oh my gosh, this is so little now, you should have heard my voice when I was 10. My 10-year-old voice sounded like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old started talking. So, yes.
William?
I had an awkward stage too. I was little and I basically wore a lot of Pokemon like Donny when we were growing up. We were good friends when we were growing up, but we started distancing when we were teenagers.
Would you rather give up on music or television for a month?
Definitely. 'Cause we do songs like workouts.
I would rather give up on television, because when have we ever watched television?
Yes, like I would give up on television.
A couple, by the way.
Yes, I would give up on television because we watch YouTube. That's not television in my eyes. So if it didn't mean like that, I would not choose television because we don't really watch television. And I would choose the same thing because me and Donny don't really watch television, and we just chill and watch YouTube and do everything like a normal couple does. Alright, next question.
What do you think is the dumbest thing you've ever done?
The dumbest thing I've ever done was quit being Donny's friend at the time. Because I thought he was so horrible at soccer when he was the best in my teams and everything. He was the best in our teams, but I thought he was so bad because he had different needs than me, and it's so heartbreaking. And for me, the dumbest thing I think I've ever done was basically like mask for so long. Why? What was it helping with? What? All it made me do was fall in a deeper hole of depression and everything, even though all I needed to do was ask for help. That's the dumbest thing I ever done. I believe so. Next question.
Is there a small achievement that you're secretly proud of but never told anyone?
I have to think about that one. I can't think of one. Small achievement. Right now, at the moment, we do not have an answer for that one.
If you had to describe yourself in one word, what would it be?
I would describe myself right now, because I'm a better changed person, like good. That I know it's basic, but it's good because I changed and I am a good person, and I'd be good to Donny, and I'd be good to his sister's kids. I'm their uncle, so I'd be good to them, and I'd just be good to people. That's basically, and I quit smoking, which is good. So, one word, I would describe me as good. One word for me, positive. I make things positive around the room. I think about the positive side of life. Now, the younger me would say, positive, that doesn't explain you at all. Well, for me, today, and for a really long time, I've been trying to look on the positive side of life, and most of the time that did work, except my father's death. But then, after, positive stuff happened, so I don't know. We'll never know. Moving on to next question.
What song can always make you dance, especially when no one's around?
Some of the 2010 songs are ones that are before 2020. Yeah, like ones. Especially the best eras, I believe, are like 2010. Because there's so many good musics out there, like some music from Sia. I'm horrible at remembering music names, so I'm sorry. But I believe that music from the 2010 era, there are some really good songs I've jammed out to. So yes, I believe 2010 era is great. And for me, 2018 era, because that's when a lot of the good songs started pumping out for me.
No, I'm just saying, what song can make you dance?
What song can make me dance is Shake It Off. I like that song. And it brings back old memories when I listen to that song. And for me, it's Last Friday Night. I know that's not 2018, but it's a good song. Kind of pumps me up sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's floating back good memories again. Yay!
Do you sing in the shower?
I sometimes do. Not all the time. Like, it's very rare for me, but I did when I was younger. I'd sometimes sing in the shower. No, I never sang in the shower. But I sing a lot now, but I don't sing in the shower.
How would you describe your spending habits?
Spending habits. For me, they're not that bad, actually. I don't spend on so much stuff that I need. I don't spend on so much stuff I want. I spend on stuff that I need. Like new wheelchairs and microphones for like the channel, and cameras and joystick covers, and a new phone if I need it, a PDM for diabetes, and just stuff for medical needs.
Do you like when you receive gifts, or does it make you feel awkward?
When I receive gifts, I feel happy, like they care about me and everything. For me, I do love receiving gifts, but when they're just standing there and you're waiting there while the camera loaded up the camera, you just have to sit there so awkwardly. Am I not wrong?
Have you ever cheated on last partner?
Last partner, the both partners I had was my wife and William. I've never cheated on them once. I have never had a boyfriend since the starting, so I never had a relationship except Donny, and I never have ever cheated on him because we are husbands, and we're not getting a divorce anytime soon, and we never want to get a divorce for right now.
What are 10 things you would bring to a desert island?
10 things I would bring to a desert island: water, wheelchair, because it's important for me, food, toilet paper, a bowl, um, if it was accessible, computers. This is the most random trap and my husband. I'd bring my wife and my husband to the desert with me. I'm like, you are not leaving me alone.
Things?
No, I'm joking. But those would be 10 things I'd bring, because if it included humans, I'd bring my wife and husband, if that makes any sense. Alright. Moving on.
What's your dream vacation? We're only on question 16.
Oh my god, what?
That's how long you're taking to answer.
Sorry. My dream vacation would go to Paris with William and my wife.
Do you believe in karma?
Yes, I believe in karma so much. My crew and me gets it so bad. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to go into that
Do you
rant.
believe in the afterlife?
Yes,
Afterlife as in you go to heaven or H.
Yes, I do believe in the afterlife. I believe I'm going to heaven, I think.
If money didn't matter, what would you do for a living?
If money did not matter, I would just do fun things around my house. I would not buy anything, and I wouldn't have to worry and stress about new wheelchairs. You'd just be able to pick it up or something. So I'll just live my life like normal without paying for things.
What would your superpower be?
My superpower would
Super
be
speed?
to walk. No, to super speed, so I'd be able to walk as well. Or have a speedy wheelchair.
How would you spend $1 million?
I would spend $1 million on new equipment, including medical supplies that will really help me in my future, including Williams.
What's the best gift you've ever received?
Oh, that's a hard one.
There's a lot.
The best gift I've ever received was recently. The best gift I've ever received was my father's book. He made a whole book of over 1 million photos of me. Oh gosh. And every milestone I ever had, my son's first steps, I adopted him and everything. That was probably one of the worst gifts I ever received was him killing himself on my adopted day. The best gift I received was him explaining why.
Have you ever
Not
met,
the explaining why, but the book.
Have you ever met a famous person?
No, I don't think I've ever met a famous person, but my friends, because they are famous.
Who is your celebrity crush?
My celebrity crush. I don't really think about it often. I'm just going to go with Shawn Mendes. I don't know.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song? I have so many I cannot choose. But for the sake of time, Last Friday Night.
What's your favorite sports team?
My favorite sports team, I don't really go, coming from a person who played soccer for decades, I think I can't remember crap of names. I'm so horrible at names, sorry.
Do you believe in astral compatibility? Meaning your astral sign to someone's astral sign. Say Leo to Scorpio.
Yes, I am a Leo.
What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal? My favorite home-time meal is hamburgers, hot dogs with yummy chips.
What's the best vacation you've ever taken?
The best vacation I believe I've ever taken was one of those Great Wolf trips. To I think a Great Wolf trip 4 years ago.
Who is your ideal dinner guest?
My ideal dinner guest is my wife or my husband. Both of them would be even better.
What is your favorite childhood memory?
That's hard. My favorite childhood memory was sleepovers with friends.
What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is the Barbie movie. That is such an amazing movie. It made me bawl my eyes out.
What's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure.
What is something you're guilty about but pleasures you?
Oh, that's hard. Some of our friends are screaming at the TV. I don't know if the mic can pick it up. Probably not.
It doesn't record background sound.
Yes.
Our neighbors are lawn mowing again.
Yep.
Lawn mowing? Okay,
Lawn mowing? Yep. Cutting grass.
I'm lawn mowing my yard.
Lawn mowing. Why do we make those ruinous mistakes on podcasts? I think we have to end this soon.
Okay, what's your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure is when my grandma gives me candy, but I feel guilty about it because I take way more than one piece.
What's your favorite date night activity? Answer these quick. Try.
My favorite date night activity is going on to the movies or just a fancy restaurant.
What's the best setting for a date night?
The best setting for a date night is either being at home or just a fancy restaurant, something we can eat yummy food that's not overpriced.
What? Oh, it just ended at 34.5 and then it shows more questions again.
Well, I'm going to ask them...
but they're,
Yes, I'll ask them a couple of questions, but we have to end this quite soon. Yes, 20.
No, it's supposed to be 40.
Oh, well, I can't do that.
That's 35.
So scroll all the way down to 35?
Well, don't scroll all the way down.
Yeah, I know, but...
Yes. It's okay.
If you had one day left to live, what would you do?
Well, I used to have one day left to live, so... No, I'm being serious. So one thing I would do is I would hang out with all my friends in the hospital, my girlfriend, my husband, my children, my mom, my dad, all the people I really loved. I would love to spend the day with them.
That's so sweet.
And I'm very grateful I get to do that now.
Aww. Stop. That's so cute. Stop. Where would you most like to go on vacation?
Great Wolf, since we know what that is.
Yep. What would you do if you won $10,000?
Probably spend it on probably spend it on a very great medical advancement to help me with my physical issues, you know what I mean?
What do you like best about me?
I like that she's caring and she actually understands you, even though a lot of people don't think she would, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So.
What's one thing you would like to change about Doc?
Probably her OCD habits.
Yes. Oh.
Very much. It would bring a lot less suffering to Doc and us.
Yes.
Trying to get out the door.
Who was the first person you kissed? Amy?
Or
both of y'all can answer.
I kissed Matthew first, since Emmy and me started dating way later than Matthew. So I kissed Matthew first. I never kissed anyone before that. And I think I kissed Daniel first. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Daniel. We're not married. We're just boyfriend and girlfriend. So.
Yep.
And then I kissed Doc second. So.
How would you feel if I made more money than you?
I would honestly feel great, because if you made more money, then you get to spend it on whatever you like. But if I'm suffering that day or I need more meds that day, I would ask politely to help lend me some money, because I pay most of my bills. I pay for most of my medication. It's not like I'm greedy from all my other husband and my girlfriend. But no, I don't take their money. But if they're making more money, I don't really mind, because I already know I make less money than Matthew and me, because I work less. Because of my physical issues, because of all the different jobs I'm taking. Out of 18 jobs, I work 6 hours out of all of them. That's not enough.
No.
Anywho, next question.
Would you be willing to stay home with the kids while Emmy works?
I kind of already do that. Because once I get back from all my jobs, Emmy has to go in for work. So I kind of stay home with the kids, and they watch some TV, or I help them make their dinner very briefly, as my oldest son helps me. Not like invigoratingly. I tell him some measurements. He pours them into the bowl.
And you already have them measured out.
Yeah, so I don't ever really put them to work. Yes. Yes, they do help me. But sometimes I let my kids bake with me or cook some dinner with me because it could be, learning and physical therapy-wise, so you never know.
Yeah. What is the craziest dream you've ever had?
The craziest dream I've ever had that I can remember is the one that I thought my brother was a 6-foot demon above my head. So I literally grabbed the door off its hinges. Keep in mind, I wasn't physically disabled yet at the time, that much. So I grabbed the door off its hinges and banged him in the head, and I didn't know who he was. So I'm looking down, and I think that's a random stranger in our house dead. And I thought I just killed him. And then when I realized that's my brother, I'm like, oh, there's no way I just killed my brother. That's so bad.
If you could trade lives to someone, who would it be?
That's very, I don't know. Probably Matthew. I don't know why, because he just seems to have it easier. I'm not saying he does. I'm just saying he doesn't have he doesn't even have a physical boundary, and he only has ADHD. I could live with ADHD rather than all my problems on top of ADHD. So,
yeah. What is one thing that no one knows about you?
No one knows. People don't suspect it, but I have mental issues.
Oh yeah, I knew that.
I know.
Would you rather go for a hot air balloon ride or a bungee jump?
A hot air balloon ride. Just throw my wheelchair on the thing and we're good. Don't start pivoting down.
What's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
I don't know. I don't really eat a lot of weird. Maybe Cheetos and hot sauce. That's probably the strangest thing I've eaten that I can remember. But it's so good.
If you could ask me anything and have me answer truthfully, what would it be? So you have to ask me a question. Not answer truthfully. And it could be anything you ever want.
I don't know.
Or you can ask Emmy. I don't mind. Whoever. Me or you, I don't mind.
I don't know.
Haven't thought about it?
No. How did anyone feel when I gone mental?
Oh, it's a hard question. Are you asking me this?
Yeah, anybody.
Oops. So, the way I felt when she got mental,
my mental stories.
I got cold chills. I suspected something, but I didn't know it was that bad. And it literally gave me cold chills that night, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. How this little sweet innocent girl could go from that to this. And I was like, I was just honestly astonished, honestly. And that's all. I had no words. I was just astonished and horribly mortified because of how creepy it was. So I was mortified, let's just say that.
So that was his answer, and that's kind of what I asked everybody. So, next question.
What keeps you up at night?
Oh, we're getting on to the mental ones, yay. Insomnia and stuff I did in the past that I'm not proud of.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Oh,
The way Amy, she went,
Oh, all right. What's your favorite time of the day and why?
I mainly like the night because it's super chill, and sometimes I stay up. Yes, I stay up all night, and I just because of San Felipe and other conditions. So I stay up all night, so I get most of my free time in the night, and I just get to play games on my phone or talk to Amy if we're both still awake and cuddle in bed. So that's why.
Aww. To be fair, yeah, night is really good times I like. Everything's calm and peaceful. What is your favorite thing to write or draw with?
Probably like a drawing device that I can use my thumb on or my eye gaze on. I'm guessing that's my favorite one, like drawing apps.
Okay. What did you want to be while you were growing up?
A marine biologist.
What are 3 things on your bucket list that you would like to get crossed off one day? Walk.
That hasn't happened in 62 years. No, 61.
You have been walking for 61 years?
Well, no, 42, sorry. So, 3 things on my bucket list.
I think we might need to end it.
Yes, We probably do. So,
So, and you want it all in one
yes.
podcast.
So, thank you guys so much for watching our 6th episode on Podcast on Wheels, and we'll see you all next podcast episode. I was doing so good.
Bye-bye.
Bye.